It's going on 2 on Sunday afternoon, and I am gonna head out and run some errands and play Pokemon Go. First up, I'm gonna go to the Holly Springs Target and pick up some more of that Archer Farms Espresso organic coffee and browse over there, because I've already looked at the Walmart Christmas clearance, but I'd like to look at the Target Christmas clearance too. You know, when I was younger and on the hunt for decorations and needing a lot of wrapping paper and bows and stuff, it was really important to get out on Boxing Day and pick up a bunch of stuff. Now that we're older and more established and, you know, kids are older, I don't need quite as much stuff, but I still like to look. So, yeah, going to Target will give me, for the coffee, it'll give me a chance to browse over there. Ruby says it was 53 in the garage, but I'm going to tell you it's 70 and about 70 or 80% humidity outside today. It's just really warm again. Yeah, and these warm temperatures are going to be here for another full week, like at least another 7 to 10 days. So it's just sort of, I mean, we get warm in the winter, but this is like a long streak of warm. So yeah. Didn't sleep good this morning. Well, I slept good until this morning, but at 7 a.m. I woke up and I was like, you know, I think I hear cats fighting. And I've learned in the past that if I think I hear cats fighting, that they're probably fighting. So I got up like a good mom would, and I saw Panther at the front door and he looked fine. And I was like, I don't hear anything. I'm going to go use the restroom. And then while I was in the bathroom, I heard the cats again, and it was Tux and I think the other Tux cat that I had fixed a little over a year ago, and they were having a skirmish in the front yard rolling. So, of course, I freaked out and ran outside as fast as I could. And, you know, that other cat is totally feral and petrified of me. So normally if I just even go outside near him, he runs. And then for some reason, Panther went down there to like try to insert himself in the middle of it. So then I almost had to break up Tux and Panther. Anyway, as far as I can tell, Tux isn't hurt. Of course, I can't check out the feral cat, but he's probably not hurt either. You know, it looks horrible when they tumble across the yard going after each other, but most of the time, there's not a lot of damage. So I'll keep an eye on Tux and make sure he doesn't get an infection where there was a scratch or a bite or something. But he's looking and acting fine, so I think we're okay. But I never really made it back to sleep after that, and that was not the Sunday morning sleep in that I had envisioned. Ruby's wheels didn't get too dirty last night, just a little bit right around the edges. Supposed to rain here pretty good tomorrow. As a matter of fact, some of it's already on the way to our southeast, so she'll probably get dirty, or in this case, the little bit of dirt on the wheels washed off tomorrow. That's right, Jersey girls don't pump gas, and neither do Tesla divas. Pretty much every time I'm in here, the coffee's on sale. There is not a lot left, but 'tis the season for storage bins. If Johnny were here, he would totally want the Elf Icy. I had a good time in Target. I picked up a few things on clearance. Also did remember to get the coffee I needed. I have been playing Pokemon Go a little bit, but I just got a notification that rain is going to start, light rain, in about 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and head to the house. I think we're going to make our New Year's dinner today, early. Yep, that's right. I'm not feeling creative about what to make for dinner today, and we already have the ham, which is just basically a warm-up type of thing, and I've got enough stuff to go along with it, and I think that'll just be a nice thing to do this afternoon. So I'm gonna go home and do a little cooking. Yeah, the guys like it when I cook.
So it's a really nice day other than the dogs barking. It's 70 degrees out here, sun's shining. Johnny's out here working on his rototiller project. He's made good progress. He's got the 4 tines off, and he's getting them where he can slide them on and off. The holes are wallered out, so he's got to file down the burr on the metal so that they'll slide on and off these axles easier. I, on the other hand, been working on the GMC. I had to work a little bit on my ramps. They would dig into the asphalt, so I attached these blocks of woods to them, and also that kept them from sliding. They didn't slide this time. Plus the extra 1.5 inches never hurts. I've got a leak. So I took the skid plate off here. It's 4 screws, bolts, whatever. It comes off pretty easy. And you can see a little bit of the antifreeze. It's not oil or transmission fluid, it's actually antifreeze. And if you look up there, you can see, that's something that's underneath the little thermostat housing. And it's really hard to see, but it's coming from up there. I seem to remember there's a weep hole on either the water pump or something. I'll have to look this up. This is a 5.3 liter V8. I'll have to look up. There's a weep hole, and whenever antifreeze starts coming out that weep hole, that means basically the seal in the water pump is gone. But I'm going to confirm all that. But at this point, that's where I've traced it up to, is the little thermostat water pump housing.
I think Don's in the garage. The light's on in the garage.
Oh, you fell? So, as you know, we're big users of Alexa, and Alexa interfaces with smart home devices, switches, turns lights on and off, and we use those quite a bit. The kitchen light and the light over the dining room table, currently they're just old-fashioned light switches. And one of the things I wanted to get was change them out for switches I can do from Alexa. So I bought a GE Smart Switch. This is Z-Wave. We already have a hub. Now there's basically hubless switches, but I bought this one because I've had good luck with these GE switches. In fact, I think all the switches that are hardwired in the house are GE. This has the fancy decor versus the toggle switch. You know, this is the fancier switch.
Right, in 2013 he put those fancier switches on every switch in the entire house. He just went room to room and he replaced all of them.
Right, well exactly. So one of the things that you have to do is you have to program these. I have found, although I've never had one not program, and I've also not had one remove itself from the network when you want to replace it. So I've had good luck, but every time they've always been so finicky when you have them installed into the wall. Because what happens is the hub uses a lower power when it's programming the switches. It does the lower power so that it knows it can talk to the device. So I have found out that it's better to wire it up, just wire up the switch, with a light bulb and just a cord, and I tend to plug it in a little closer, and that way of course I can get it programmed, make sure it works before I tear everything apart. And I'm just saying it's probably better that you program these closer to your hub. But again, this only applies to ones with hubs, and it only applies to the Z-Wave thing. I don't know if the newer smart things hubs still use that low power setting or not, but the smart thing hub that I have is like 8 years old now. I mean, it predates Marianne and the boys, which was 2013. So I think it was like 2010 or 11 when I got that one.
Yeah, Don has thought about getting a new hub, but that is just like going to cause him a lot of
Well, I'd have to go by
work
and unprogram all of them, and then I'd have to go back and then of course add them back to the network, because they can only belong to one network at a time.
Yeah, so he figures it's quite a good bit of work. Otherwise, we probably already would have upgraded hubs.
Right, and the other thing about this, these, because this one requires a neutral wire, this one acts as a relay. So the hub can talk to this, and then this will pass it on to the next switch, and you can actually get quite an extended network. This is why
the things out in the garage actually work is because one of the switches I've got along the way here can make it to the garage, because the range on these things, as I said, is not very far, but they depend on this meshing network thing. And as I said, that meshing thing works well. It's just I've had issues with programming that it seems to work a little better. There's actually a command that you can send from your phone app that tell it to relearn the link. So if you rearrange the devices in your house, which one it talked to get back to the hub changes, and so it will actually go through a process, and all of them would relearn who their neighbors are, and it takes like 4 hours for that to run. So you have to be, I've done that once or twice. You do that if you have network problems, but again, I've been using Z-Wave since like 2007, because I had a hub before this smart thing.
Vera. I
And
remember
so,
Vera.
And so I've been using these things for quite a while, and I've had good luck with Z-Wave. I've had pretty good luck with Zigbee also. So Z-Wave or Zigbee are the two hub-based protocols. But now the Wi-Fi chips have gotten so cheap that they tend to just put a Wi-Fi chip in everything, talk to your router, and then program it that way. I'm sure you've probably programmed that. So most everything's gone to Wi-Fi now, but these do not require a cloud connection. In other words, these strictly go through the hub. There's actually a switch on the hub that you can put it in programming learn or unlearn mode, and so you can actually add devices without even using your phone if you'd like to.
Way cool. Well, I look forward to be able to operate more lights in the house with Alexa.
Well, the big thing with this is when they leave in the morning, inevitably one or both of these lights are left on in the kitchen. So I'm all bundled up in my blinky and all comfortable in my recliner, got my newspaper, and I have to get up and turn off the lights.
Right. It is absolutely mostly this light right here.
Yeah, 'cause that one,
He gets, comfortable, and then it's right in his face where he sits to watch TV. And so being able to just turn that one off is will be quite convenient.
yeah. And Andy, in case you're still watching, I did find my ODB2 dongle. Of course, I've ordered a new one.
Right. Well, he knew as soon as he ordered a new one, he'd find the other one.
So
Yeah,
I
the
found
cable he ordered came.
I was looking for my little outlet here for the light bulb, and of course I came across this. So.
Whatever it takes, Donnie. Whatever it takes. He was rummaging in the attic. He was in the garage when I came home, but he was upstairs garage.
That's right, and I came across that.
So Don was just explaining to me that it's not trivial taking out the smaller switch on the right and putting in this monstrosity of a switch on the left. It's,
Right.
Not a lot of space in that little box.
No, there's not. So this one is thin and all that stuff easy. The screws are easy to get to. These have got those silly screws, and they want you to, and I'm using the push-in versus looping the wire around.
Yeah, that looks like it's too big for...
Right, it just is a challenge making room in the box when there's already a lot of wires and others. This is a 3-gang box, and there ain't a lot of room in there.
So we got both light switches, the switches tested.
Right.
The light bulb went on and off when it was supposed to. They're hooked up to A now, and
Right.
one of them's going there.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Don's working by headlamp,
Right, I am.
and I'm working by lantern. You ready to test it?
Yeah, it'll either start smoking, sparking, or not work, or work.
I know you. It's
Yeah.
gonna work just fine.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go throw the breaker. I have not put all the...
Guts back together.
Yeah.
The faceplate's not
It's
on.
all wired.
I'm not touching anything.
Yeah, there you go. Don't touch anything.
Yeah, one of those things you learn when you get older and you confidently, put stuff together, that maybe you ought to test it before you totally put it back together.
Let's see. Alexa, turn on kitchen.
Okay.
Oh,
Let there be light. Yay!
Okay. Alexa, turn on dining room.
Okay.
way cool.
Well, look at you go, Donnie. Nothing like getting caught on film. You know, you messed up my $10,000 AFV.
Oh yeah, sorry. I tried.
I thought either way was okay personally, but I just didn't share that with you.
Yeah, so, yeah. Okay.
You would think for all the recording I do that I would catch more stuff than I do catch, but yeah.
Well, you know, sorry. So this is what I was talking about. You get running a lot of room. This is just a regular single pole, single throw switch. This is a 3-way switch for the dining room light that's now a smart switch. This is a 3-way light for the outside lights in the backyard. And as you can see, it's pretty tight. Now, these 3 little tabs on either side, they can be broken off. These are like extra heat sinks, but I was able to put it in there, although I have not gotten the faceplate on there yet, but we'll see how that goes. I have finished this side over here, and this is just a simple smart on-off smart switch for the kitchen light, but this one is the other side of that 3-way right here. And this is just actually it's for a fan that goes in the dining room if you want. It's not wired up to anything.
Hi, Mittens. Hi. Look where Mittens is. It's raining, and I discovered that I don't have any dry chow cat food, which Tux and Gray in particular would be upset with me in the morning. So Don's driving me up to Walmart in the XB. Hey, it's the same truck on my Hallmark Movies t-shirt.